This video is sponsored by JJ Drones, the droning veteran, and Chillin' in Indiana Carl.
Did you sink it? Oh, yeah. Did you sink it?
Alright guys, so it's November 10th. I just passed up a 10 point. Just wasn't what I was looking for. I know there's bigger ones in here. And I know turkey foot is in here. We seen him the other night out in the field. It's 43 degrees out. The wind is out of the southwest at about 3 miles an hour. So the weather is getting better today, tomorrow, and Sunday morning, because I'm leaving Sunday afternoon. I'm probably going to sit in this stand for as long as I can today, if not all day. We have corn in front of us. As you can see, that buck went. He actually was down low. And what we did was when we came in this morning, we heard the deer run off and went across the valley, and I think he came back, but he came back low, and I grunted and I bleated, and he walked right up to me, right up to the corn. So we're gonna stick with it, see if we can't get something else. Stay with So it's 9 o'clock. We had those 2 doe come through, and then we had a button buck behind them. Got some action this morning. We're going to stick it out and see what happens. I'd like to hunt here till at least noon, but I want to go hunt, I think, the blind this evening, because last night I didn't get anything on video because it was too dark, but I had that 4-point come in right at like first light, and then a bunch of doe, so, and they're feeding over there on the horse feed and stuff that I have out, so I think we're going to check that out, and then I'll probably be here again tomorrow morning, and I may sit all day here tomorrow if nothing happens today or this evening, so stay with us. All right, well, activity slowed down a lot. I seen that 4-point come in, or it might have been a 5-point. The point was probably so small, I don't even know if I would have counted. But we are gonna get hunt till about 11:30. Bob's gonna come over here. I don't have a chip or a card for my camera. He has a card. He's gonna come pull the camera card, and then we're gonna go back. We're gonna eat lunch, and I'm gonna head back over to my blind because I really like that area. And there is a buck over there called Shorty that I would really like to get. So there's a few over there that I'd like to get, but Shorty's been around. I got pictures of him. So we're gonna hunt till 11:30. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna recharge some batteries, and then eat some lunch, and then we're gonna head back out to the blind. But I think if I don't see Shorty tonight, I think I'm going to hunt this stand all day tomorrow, because this is where Boo shot her buck out of here, and this has been the hottest stand we've had so far. So, and I'll probably sit all day here tomorrow, so we'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, it's November 11th. temperatures are 32 degrees. The winds are out of the northwest at 3 miles an hour, and the skies are clear. It was crystal clear this morning coming into the stand. It was actually really beautiful. Stars were everywhere. So, usually when it's this cold, the deer will move a little bit later in the morning. Not much, but they'll move a little later. So I'm in my spot ready to go all day. Bob is over on the lease, and I'm hunting one of the hottest stands we have right now. So when the woods woke up this morning, there was a bunch of squirrels everywhere. It sounded like deer were moving. It keeps you on your toes. So I'm gonna hunch back in here, and we're gonna see what happens. So stay with us. All right, guys. Well, I seen a buck down to my left of me about 80 yards, but then about 5 minutes ago, I just heard a buck chasing does, grunting crazy over here to my left. And if Bob was in his stand over there, he would at least seen him. But I seen a doe running around, but I didn't see a buck, so we're gonna keep at it all day. I'll give you an update in a little bit. But he came in the direction of that grunting was this morning. So I don't know if it was him chasing does or not. Also, a spike snuck up behind me, and I was filming the 7-point, and I looked down and he's looking right at me. So the spike busted me, but he didn't really snort or nothing. He just went back the other way, the way he came. So that 7-point went up to the right about 100 yards. I seen it walking up on top. So, all right, well, we're gonna keep at it. just passed that 8 point. I don't know if I'm going to regret that or not. But I'm seeing a bunch of deer this morning, so I'm not going to shoot it. Sorry, there's just a lot of action right now. I can still see that 8 point walking up the hill there. What I'm hoping for is turkey foot to come past. So we'll see what happens. That 8 point walked up the same way that 7 point went, so we're gonna stick it out. See you in a bit. It's November 12th. It's 33 degrees. The wind's out of the northeast at 5 miles an hour. And the skies are clear. This is my last morning sit. I seen a bunch of deer yesterday and I passed up a really nice 8 point. He was here about 9:30. And I probably should have took that deer, or at least took a shot at him. But that's hunting, so we're gonna see what comes by. This morning, Hopefully he comes back. But there's a couple really big bucks in here. That's why I didn't shoot him. But we'll see. We have a long season down here in Ohio, so we'll see what happens. Alright, I just had 3 doe and a small buck come behind me. And they went up towards Bob. So we got some action early here, so we're just gonna sit tight and see what happens. Alright everybody, so I just seen a doe right in front of me about 80 yards away about 10 minutes ago. So I just wanted to stick it out a little bit and see if anything was behind her. There's nothing there. So I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna go back to the cabin or back to Bob's house, pack up our stuff, and we're going to go pull some camera chips, and Bob is going to put up a feeder, a timer feeder. When he's not here, he wants to set the time so he can get a lot of the deer, when we bait, a lot of the deer are coming in at night. So we want to time it, and we want to see if that improves the deer movement during the day. But I'm going to get down and head back to the house. So we'll see you in a bit. So I was getting ready to get down, and the doe came running down behind me, and it ran up to the right. Then all of a sudden I heard all this grunting and crashing. They come down, another little buck come down, running down the hill. They're running all around me here. They were both small bucks. That was pretty cool to see at the end, but they're running around. I wish I could stay a couple more days, because I think it's really kicking in right now. But yeah, that was pretty exciting actually. So I hope I got some of it. I hope I got the grunting on camera also. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, guys. Well, that was pretty exciting way to end the hunt. Bunch of deer running around me, little bucks chasing doe. But it's about 10 o'clock now. I'm gonna head back to the house, get all my stuff packed up. We're gonna change some camera cards out and bait some stands, and Bob's gonna put up a timer. I brought a timer down for our feeder. Instead of like dumping corn and them coming at night to eat it, we're gonna time it and try to bring them in at certain times. But it was a great week of hunting. It just started getting good here at the end, like the 10th, 11th, and 12th. Right now, it seems like it's heating up. There's a lot more chasing right now. But we had a great week. I wanted to congratulate Boo on her biggest buck that she took this week. That was awesome. I passed up, unfortunately, an 8-point, a 10-point, a 7-point. But I'm really kicking myself in the behind for the 8-point. The more and more I look at the footage, I should have probably shot that deer. That was yesterday morning at 9:42 to be exact. But we had a great week all in all. I wanted to thank Boo and Bob. for having me down here every year for this Ohio Rutcation. But it is a long season, so I will be back down. I also wanted to thank Liz and Dan. We had a great meal last night down at the cabin with a bunch of the Jersey guys that come down to hunt on the lease down there, so that was really cool. So I guess what I really wanted to say is I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see ya.